What's up, nerds? What's up, nerds? Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, Koth, Fire of Resistance, a new mono-red Planeswalker available for IRL Cash in the vault as of right now. I am sick as heck, just recovering from a really bad week-long cold, and it's not the flu, it's not COVID, but it's not fun. But I know that you are looking forward to the review on this Walker, so I wanted to get it out for you ASAP before you made a purchase, IRL Cash or not, to give you the skinny on whether or not he's worth the real dough, or should you wait for him for gold, or should you avoid him altogether. You know, if you followed my channel at all for any length of time, I'm not a fan of mono walkers, and I've never been a fan of the OG Koth. I think he's one of the worst planeswalkers in the game, and everybody seems to like him for some reason because of his +9 to red loyalty, which is goofball because everything else about him is awful. He's a terrible planeswalker. Terrible. Don't buy Koth. However, that said, everybody's been very excited over the teaser and the spoilers that have been available for Kothy Boy. So before we jump into this, as always, my gratitude and thanks to Oktagon. Thank you guys. I appreciate you giving me access to this planeswalker. This one I have actually enjoyed playtesting. However, after playing with him for a minute, I have some disappointing news about him. But let's go on to the overview here first. What do you get when you get the $24.99 American USD dollars Koth? You get some gems, you get some crystals, you get some pinks, and you get some packs. That said, let's go review the Planeswalker himself. Fire of Resistance, 113 life, decent, not bad. At 60th level, he has a evergreen ability, Rebellious Landscape. When you match a land support's gem, destroy 2 non-red gems. This effect can trigger up to 2 times per turn. Pretty interesting, pretty nice, very land-heavy focus, which historically he's not been because that's one of the big problems with old Koth, is he only gave you 4 supports. So, awful planeswalker. All right, so here, 7 for tectonical upheaval. Create 2 Mirren Mountain tokens. The Mirren Mountain token is, at the beginning of your turn, destroy X non-red gems. X is 2 plus the number of land supports you control. This effect can trigger only once for all cards named Mirren Mountain you control. So if you spam your first ability, you don't get this multiple times. It only happens one time. Lame. When you match 3 or more gems, if the support has the Forge emblem, an opposing Vanguard support loses Y shield if it can't deal Y damage to the first opposing creature. If you can't deal Y damage to your opponent's Planeswalker, Y is equal to the support's level. This effect can trigger up to 3 times per turn. That's pretty decent. That winds up helping you. As long as our creatures can take damage, it winds up being very functional. So for 7, it's a pretty spammable first ability. We'll get into overall what I think here. 12, loyalty for Snapping Earth. Deal X damage to any target, and opposing Vanguard support loses X shield. X is the number of red gems on the board until end of turn. Opposing creatures gain can't block. All right, 17, loyalty for a Geomantic Uprising. Create a Mirren Mountain token. As up before, just one of them. That card gains a Forge emblem. Increase its level by 2. Destroy 8 non-red gems. I want to note something. Just that Mirren Mountain gets the Forge emblem on it. Not all the other ones that you have. So note that, and I'll come back to it here in a minute. Mana bonuses, nothing but +9 to red. Okay, so my initial thoughts on this were I was kind of excited to play with Koth. I was thinking +9, very similar to Jaya, but Jaya has some minuses and some pluses in other colors. I prefer that. All things being equal, I would rather have some negatives to white and blue and some positives to black and green in addition to the red to get my pluses up to 12. And you can give me the other minuses on the other stuff. If I have 3 bonus colors, in other words, if I mix matches in those colors, I get bonus mana, I'm all for that. Because if I have 3 colors I can match within, I'm typically going to find a match that works and gives me an advantage in mana. I can't even begin to tell you, you've already made up your thoughts about whether or not you think these are good or if you can break these. I just want to jump into gameplay. Let's get right into it right away. So just as a reference, Koth of the Hammer had -1 to white and blue. So he had only a net 7. So immediately this guy's loyalty gains or mana gains are a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm actually going to start off with my Mythic build. I'll explain why in here in a minute. Obviously, one of the big advantages that Koth gets just leaning into his abilities is his ability to deal damage with his third to your opponent and to maximize supports on the board. So Avaricious Dragon, Rob the Archives, Wrenn and 6. This is absolutely one of the best converters in Standard. for another year for mono-colored red or green walkers. Convert X gems to your Planeswalker's color. X is the number of non-creature cards in your graveyard. Rockfall Veil for some conversion. Remy, the pretty one. Angelfire Ignition. Rite of Flame. Maestro's Charm. Invoke Calamity. And Alchemist's Gambit. So here we go. This is not an overpowered deck. This is just a deck that I am using right now to demonstrate the capacity of Kothy Boy. And we're going up against Duets of the Mana and Memories because there's no events happening at this second while I'm recording it. So let's just go. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and get, let's actually get Rockfall Veil out and we're gonna mute Renin 6 because it's not gonna do anything until we get something out there. This is what a +9 does. You got 13 mana from a 5 match or a 4 swap. So powerful, so good. I love it. Love that +9. I'd like it in all my ability scores. I don't know there's ways to do that, but. All right, so we definitely want to get that out. And let's see, do we have another red match? No, and this is the disadvantage to a monocolor walker like Koth. All of your eggs are in the red basket, so if you don't have a red match available early, you know, I'm fortunate I got a green match. I can't use Renin 6 right now because there's no spells that we've cast that allow us to do that. So, and the only red match I have punctures that one in the face, but it's fine. We got Remy out. We're going to be able to do some things. Here we go, right? Was hoping to be able to have enough mana conversion to be able to get that one spell out, but that way we have some conversion for the next turn. None. So let's try this. Let's go ahead and create 2 Mirren. It doesn't convert red. It turns red gems on the board into that. If there aren't red gems, I don't know if it converts, but there's typically always at least 2 on there. So this, I guess. We're going to go ahead and put Angelfire on him. So now he's got, is one of my favorite tricks, Angelfire Ignition gives vigilance permanently to the creature that you're casting it on. This gives Remy permablock, and he's obviously indestructible. He's bulletproof, so he winds up doing a bunch of damage to your opponent. All right, so now we have some conversion that goes right in the beginning of the turn. They wind up destroying a couple of non-red gems for us. We have 1 spell in the yard, so we start to buff that up now. Now it's working. We want to go ahead and cast this if we can. Is there a couple red gems somewhere? The only one is there, so that means we're taking that down. Give him a 5 swap, it's fine, but we get to cast that. When we cast our own 5 swap, that's why we did that. I meant to do that. Let's go here, because we want to try to cast that, yes. So we're going to go ahead and take Alchemist's Gambit again. Boom. Got an extra swap. Red drop down. Okay, so we have a double strike 5/5. We did 10 points of damage. Cool, cool. And we have a body, an indestructible body, as long as he's not destroying it. Another challenge with mono red is there's not a lot of destroy creature effects. There's no exile stuff that's available, not at least without destroying your own stuff. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to spam my first ability and just get as many of these on the board as I can. And here's the good thing about these. These are 4 shield cards. So if I match them, like I'm about to do here, then they don't lose any of their, they lose a shield. It doesn't destroy the red gems, so it helps insulate the red gems on the board, so it keeps them from being destroyed right away. That converts, that destroys, that does the thing. Lots of good conversion if you spam that first one, right? We're gonna do this again. It gets 2 to convert. That destroyed one of the gems we had, and we get our Avaricious Dragon on the board now. So we're going to start destroying his green gems. I'm spamming my first ability. That's all I'm really doing on this side, this match. All right, and we're just chipping away at our opponent. Now I'm going to demonstrate the 3rd ability. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting into that now. I'm going to get enough conversion. I'm going to try to ramp up into the loyalty there. There's a good spell. I'm looking for that one. Let's go ahead and run our Renin 6. Go get some red conversion. Boom. Boom. That's nice. That's nice. Let's go here. Boom. All right. And now since our creatures are bulletproof and Avaricious Dragon is drawing a bunch of spells, we're going to go ahead and shoot our own creature with Rob the Archives, get a free Rob the Archives. So we get 2 Robs for the price of 1. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Beef him up. That's fine. He's going to die anyways here in a second. All our creatures get double strike. Get to keep going. Cool, cool. And we get another swap, yes? Okay, so we go ahead and go there. Now we're into our 3rd. Right? See how quickly we got into our 3rd with all of that extra business? We use the 3rd. It does that. It brings 1 Mirren that has that charm, and it starts shooting the opponent in the face, or their creatures in the creature. If you keep shooting their creature in the creature. Don't want to destroy this one here, but that's about all the choice I have right now. That shoots that creature again. I'm going to go ahead and do Maestro's Charm. Let's grab another Maestro's Charm. Let's do you Angel Fire Ignition as well now, so that you have Vigilance as well and Bulletproof, just in case I have a couple bigger creatures that are coming at us. Or if they get rid of my Rem, you're just kind of hedging your bets. All right, so cool. Creature's dead. Nice, that all works. Just trying not to destroy my guy here. All right, you can see now he's starting to really churn out that mana, and every turn is basically just filling my hand with mana. I'm going to go ahead and do my third again. Do it again. Let's just wrap it up. Okay, and that destroys my Ren and 6, though. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I haven't seen another one since we started playing. That's kind of goofball. Here. Let's go there. We want to grab another Ren and 6. Want that on the board as quick as possible. I think that might be game, though, already. I mean, it is game. It's just a matter of winning. I think we have it next turn. Okay. So why did I start with this Mythic build that seems a little... I mean, guys, there's probably a few other builds that are a little more powerfulness. Yeah, kind of, maybe. I wanted you to see the grind that it is to win with Koth. So his abilities are focused around two specific things. Non-red destruction, non-red gem destruction, which is pseudo-red conversion, okay? With Ren and 6, you wind up being able to do a lot of stuff on the board that allows you to quickly cast your hand. There's not a lot of really good draw spells. Riveteer's Charm is one I hear a lot of people saying use. I did not like having all of my permanents on the board exiled, especially this next card I'm going to show you. It just really drew it out. That's the first thing about this. The second thing is this is damage. If their creatures have prevent damage, you're hosed. There's nothing in mono red right now that deals with prevent damage in any kind of way, shape, or form. So if I could demonstrate the training grounds, I would, because there's going to be some where we're trying to deal with something in training grounds mode that is facing creatures that have prevent damage. The challenge with that is no real way of dealing with them. So your prevent damage keeps smashing up against their prevent damage, and long story short, you wind up having really long games that you can lose. So that is something to be mindful of, okay? All right, let me show you my standard build, and let me talk about why Koth is worth getting. If you have this card, Koth Fire Resistant, the Vanguard, which is essentially, if the support is 7 or more shield, when a red gem is destroyed, deal 3 damage to your opponent's Planeswalker for each gem. So if I make a 3-gem match, a 3-red gem match, that's 9 points of damage I'm dealing face. This gets stupid with Ren and 6 going ham. So that's the secondary ability, convert 2 gems to red or +2. -6, deal X damage. You're never going to use that. You never really need to use that. Here's the look of the deck. Rob the Archives, Rite of Flame, Maestro's Charm. Over the top is great. Skyraker Giant, Remy, Cabaret Ascendancy is really good, and then Big Score. I have built 4 or 5 different versions of this deck, going all in, and I know a lot of you guys, why aren't you building with more land? I don't like lands in the current standard meta right now. They're not very good outside of the Midnight Hunt and Innistrad mana gain lands. Those are okay, but they don't really do everything you want them to. With this build, it's a matter of just wheel your hand until you get Koth and Ren on the board, and then put a bunch of spells in the yard, win the game. Essentially, that's it. Rem and Skyraker are here as just protect your life total. That's all that it is. This is about the best version of this deck. So even if they do have prevent damage creatures, all you need is a wall to stop them from getting to you. That's it. That's all that you're looking for. It does not have any life gain. I'm not running Angel Fire Ignition. That probably should be a card that should be in here, but you'll see. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. And we just got to get into our card as quickly as possible. We are just looking for Koth. We are just looking for Koth. And this is a testament. If you get red mana host, you have nothing. I mean, I could have done that, yeah. That would have probably been smarter. Just use that to cast the thing instead of waiting. I don't know why I'm holding on to those. There's Remy, but we don't need him. We need to go dig for Koth. Like, It is the most important thing that's out there. There's nothing else. Boom, boom. There's Ren. Ren's the other thing. We need Ren on the board. And we want to keep him, you know, fluffy. We want to keep him running and rocking. I want to do that first. There's all my red. Oh, there's a red match over there. I missed it. Totally missed the red match. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Let's do that. All right, we're just digging for Koth. We're digging for Koth. There he is. Hey there, Buttercup. How are things with you? And ascendancy is an important one to have on the board. We want that too. All right, so let's go ahead and make our match. And that just fills our hand. It's so good. We want to use our third. We want to get that damage out there as quickly as possible. Kothy's on. Remy's on. We're going to do this. I will go ahead and grab a Rob the Archives. We like nice things. Good. We're in business. Over the Top is such a great card. I love that card. I don't know how it took me so long to discover how good that card is. That card is so good. Yes, we want to do that. We'll take that. Actually, we can't take that because we don't have enough. Let's see. Do we have another Koth up here? We do not. Boy, do you like Skyrakers? So you're about to get some. Let's go ahead and do this. Get some conversion out of that. Do some damage to our opponent. Now, I want you to note he's at 103 life right now, okay? So we're going to go ahead and go here. Boom. That's another 5 swap. There's Skyraker. Everything on the board, everything in hand is getting hit in the board. And I got another shot. So, yeah. Again, Rob the Archives. I have creatures that are bulletproof. Rob, you know, it's double Robs. It's great. Got an extra swap. We want to toss. No, we like that. We're going to toss that. We're going to, did we already do this? I don't think we have. Okay, cool. We have that now. Here. Boom. Cast that. We dealt some damage to their opponent. Creatures, rather. And let's see if we can get another Koth on board to get us into our 7. All right, there's big score. All right, there's Kothy. Now you can see right here, he's at 17. So anytime we make a red match, they're taking face damage. And I want you to watch how quickly this goes. Note how long it took me to set up. Now note how long it's going to take to actually win the game. Anytime a red match is made on the board, even if they match it, they take the damage. Woo, boy. So that was a good game. Good game. Good game. Let's go here. Yeah, let's go there. Let's go here. Let's do our third. Boom. Let's go ahead and make our +2 match here, or our pump it up by 2. That's 50 points of damage. Let's do this. You like that? You like those? Let's do one more. That's game. It's still going. Look at this. The game can't even comprehend. It's like, dude, we just do. He went from 98 life down to 0 in 1 turn. Pretty significant. Pretty significant. Okay, so my point here is this. I have been playing with Koth in anticipation of everybody saying, hey, guys, I want to see what you do, and is he good? Should I get him? If you have Koth Vanguard, you saw the destructive force of it. If you don't have Koth, you saw my Mythic build, which is pretty optimized. It works. It's just a grind to win with him. His abilities do not win you games. They fuel your hand. They give you mana. So we have to then look at the state of red, mono red, as it is right now. And looking at the state of mono red right now, it's not good. There's not a lot of really great cards in standard. Legacy, he's a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. There's so many different things you can do in Legacy to fuel your hand, but that's Legacy, and you got to have those Legacy cards. Should you pick up Koth? I like Koth a lot. If you have, here's the bottom line. If you have the Vanguard of Koth, he's an easy pickup. It's a lot of fun. However, if you don't have it, he's not very fun to play with. He's kind of a grind and slow, and because of the state of mono red, he's not very functional. Until the next set drops, March of the Machines, we won't know if there's going to be anything else in red, mono red, that's going to allow us to be able to go out there and make a very big impact. I can tell you that if Oktagon does move to the 3-year standard rotation, I have a video coming out about that here very soon, probably later this week. If Oktagon decides to follow Wizards of the Coast's 3-year standard cycle, which all early signs are pointing to that they're going to, then that means mono walkers are going to be more viable for gameplay, including Koth, and it'll be fun. However, the only way you can get Koth's current Vanguard is by doing 120 pink pools trying to get it. I was fortunate enough that I got it. I've been chasing Tyvar. I have not purchased a 400 pink pack yet. So as a result, but I'm still chasing Tyvar. So it could be one of those things where you spend a ton of pinks on it, thousands of pinks, trying to chase after Koth and not get it. If you're one of the fortunate ones that have it early, then Koth Fire of Resistance would be a lot of fun. What's my grade for him? This is going to be a shorter video. My grade for him right now is going to be a low A, maybe a high B. If this is your play style, if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to jam my deck with a bunch of convert red, in standard only, convert red lands, there's nothing that really blows it out of the water. There's no mono red land conversion. The best one is Ren and 6. And that's a Vanguard I highly encourage you to go chase down. It's going to be absolutely worthwhile for them. You got to have those 2 cards, frankly, to make that nuke go off. If you don't have them, you may want to give it a second thought. That said, I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere in the world. You should spend this time with me here. What do you think? Are you picking up Koth? Have you already? What's other ways that you've built around him that are fantastic? I'd love to know your thoughts. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Hey, newsflash, I'm sick. Have pity on me. Like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. We're almost there, guys. We're pushing. We're in the last 180-ish realm, and it would be much appreciated if you'd like, subscribe, hit the comment section, get into the Discord. We have awesome conversations in there with some of the best players in the game, giving you all the feedback, deck tips, and newest trends, and the most up-to-date insights you can get on the game, period. You should definitely be inside of the Discord. With that said, my friends, until our next quest, swords up.